One of the key benefits when using Objective Manager is found during the review period, most commonly end-of-year reviews. Objective Manager makes completing review forms quick and simple by automatically pre-populating your form with your objectives, progress updates, feedback gathered, and any reflections you may have made on your competencies and development needs. Firms can tailor a review form as needed, but we have found that there are some similarities common across most firms' processes. The review process will consist of 2 or possibly 3 key people. One of these is the person being reviewed, who is referred to as the reviewee. The second is that reviewee's lead reviewer, frequently their line manager, and possibly an additional secondary reviewer. The standard approach for a review process will start with a reviewee opening the form, which creates a snapshot of their account. They will then complete a self-assessment on the areas contained within the form. When the self-assessment has been completed, the lead reviewer is notified and they are able to complete an assessment for the reviewee. At this point, if there is a secondary reviewer, they can also complete an assessment for the reviewee. The lead reviewer will then release the review form to the reviewee, who can then prepare for a review meeting. Once the review meeting has been completed, the lead reviewer will complete a post-review assessment before the reviewee provides digital sign-off for the form and archives it. Any archived review forms can be referenced in the future if required. The review form itself, as mentioned previously, will be configured specifically to a firm's requirements. Let's look at an example review form to see how it may appear. Your objectives. The reviewee and reviewer can see last year's objectives, including all progress recorded and feedback received, and can assess the reviewee's performance for each objective. Your competencies. As with the objectives section, the reviewee and reviewer can refer to any reflections or feedback from the past year to assess the reviewee's achievement for each competency. Development needs. This will pull through any development needs the reviewee has already identified, giving the opportunity to include development discussions in a review meeting. Both reviewee and reviewer can also add further development needs for the coming year. Next year's objectives. In this section, the reviewee can refresh their existing objectives or add new objectives for the year ahead. A set number of objectives must be refreshed or added, then sent for approval to progress the review form. Lead reviewers can approve or decline next year's objectives in this section. Overall pre-review assessment. Here, both the reviewee and reviewer will add an overall assessment of the reviewee's performance over the past year. This is done prior to the review meeting to inform the review discussion. Post-review assessment. After the review meeting has taken place, the lead reviewer will complete their final review summary assessment based on discussions during the review meeting, and this will form the final summary of performance for this year's review. Supporting documents. In this section, any relevant documents that support the review process can be uploaded, such as training records, financial reports, or external client feedback. They are then easily available for reference in review discussions. Some of the less commonly used sections in a review form include Key Performance Indicators, or KPIs. A reviewee and a reviewer can complete an assessment against each of the KPIs. Remuneration Proposal. Reviewees can put forward their own proposal for their remuneration level for consideration by their lead reviewer. This section is often used in conjunction with the REMCOM section. REMCOM. This section is most often used for partner remuneration, but can be flexed to suit other situations, for example, associate promotions. The lead reviewer has an opportunity to put forward a remuneration proposal for the reviewee to the remuneration committee. This is highly confidential and is never visible to the reviewee. Annual declaration. The reviewee and reviewer can electronically sign a review form to indicate that they have reflected on and addressed any identified learning and development needs. If any of these review areas will not form part of the review process, the section will not appear on the review form. At Objective Manager, we tailor our product specifically to meet your firm's needs, giving each of our clients a solution that is unique to any other. This means that some of the settings included within these videos may not apply to your firm, or may have been renamed to align with firm-wide language.